melody.
And David Bowie, A Black Tie Affair.
That reflects my own black ties to rhythm and blues music. I think I enjoy what I'm doing, and I enjoy watching other people enjoy it.
So, here's some news hitting the street tomorrow, the very first solo album from David Bowie in 6 years. It's called Black Tie, White Noise. The album is packed with talent and represents Bowie's re-teaming with his former producer Nile Rodgers. Janlyn White traveled to LA to speak with the Thin White Duke himself. Here is part one of that interview.
Black tie.
Black tie, white noise. Yes, it reflects the fact of my marriage. It reflects the positive and negative thoughts that I have about relationships. Also reflects my own black ties to rhythm and blues music, and what I perceive as what I put on top of it, the white noise. So you know, it's a combination of those kinds of plays on the title. And it kind of summed up, I thought, pretty accurately what the album sounded like to me.
And you worked with a jazz great on this.
Yes.
Who shares your last name?
Lester Bowie. Now, Lester Bowie, I bought his first CD because it was called Bowie. So it was strictly vanity point of view, narcissistically, thought, huh, who's this guy with a name like that? And Nile and I thought it would be wonderful to bring him in to the album to do one song. And he did 5, no, 6. He did 6 songs, you know. It was just such fun to work with. So unpredictable. I thought, I really felt that I'd found a kind of a soul brother there.
Why do you think you're a good collaborator? Is it for the very reason you just said?
I think I enjoy what I'm doing, and I enjoy watching other people enjoy it as well. I mean, that's something that really it's a real high. You know, you really feel as though you're contributing to somebody else's life if you can see that they have been really happily surprised with something that they've done.
Love-hate relationship with saxophone, don't you?
No, I love it. It hates me. Is that what I'm supposed to say?
I don't know.
Oh, well, there you are. Well, there it is then.
Well, there it is.
We'll have part 2 of our interview with David Bowie on the Tuesday edition of Facts, which is tomorrow, or really later today if you're watching the repeat.
Okay.
And looking back with David Bowie.
It sort of floored me for a while there, and I really... But that was my sort of indifference and lethargic approach to the whole thing.
You're watching Facts on Much. Black Tie, White Noise, the first solo album from David Bowie in almost 6 years, hits stores today. The New Music's Janlyn White spoke to the man who wrote the line, "Fame, what you get is no tomorrow," about his artistic ups and downs.
I had all this manic success with, oh yeah, let's dance one more time. And it sort of floored me for a while there, and I really... It threw me right off course, much more. I mean, I was surprised myself how far it threw me off. I look back at the 2 albums that I did subsequently, and it annoys me to the very core how I threw away some really good songs. I let other people do arrangements for them, which I should never have done. And it just didn't feel like me anymore. The albums just, both of them came off not feeling like my work. But that was my sort of indifference and lethargic approach to the whole thing. So not really heartfelt at all.
Is that why you got involved with Tin Machine and needed to shake yourself?
I'm sure that's why I was drawn to the project when Reeves kind of suggested doing it. I'm sure that's what made me work with it. And it has to me, I see a good longevity to it. Because it does give satisfaction to one particular side of my nature, which is a very sort of this latently aggressive, very upfront part of me, the upfront me. There is nothing on the present solo album that I could possibly conceive of having done with Tin Machine. By virtue of that fact, of course, there's nothing that I do with Tin Machine that I could see doing as a solo artist. So at the moment, it works for me as an artist very well indeed.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Is there any place that you could ever see if you're touring again with the new album that there are any...
No, the only time that I would,
again?
that I probably would revive the old songs, the so-called big hit things, is if I were working for some cause or some charity event, and they could actually physically do some good in terms of encouraging people to give money to this or that organisation. But in terms of my own performances in my own solo career, that's it. That really is it. I have absolutely no feelings or need to do those again.